Welcome back to Gist9. We all saw what happened during the EndSARS protest when peaceful youths came out to demand something peaceful and how it turned into something bloody. We saw how the same government that we were protesting against used other hungry youths to scatter the same protest. So I don't think we'll blame anybody for saying they don't want protests in Nigeria. And I feel that's why many people are scared of protests in Nigeria today. Well, I'll be playing some clips for you to listen and see, and let's hear what others have to say about this. I'll be right back. And if today is your first time joining my channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe.
So now the obedient have given up on elections. It is now Nepal they are praying for now to happen to them in Nigeria. I know what the obedient have in their head is that if they can't be allowed to run the country down, then the country must be burnt down. Seriously, Nigerians rejected your leader twice already, and we will do it again in 2027. And no form of vaccine will send us into fear or frenzy to elect some incompetent man as president just because he's got a rabid bunch of myrmidons behind him. Seriously, we will defend our region with our strength, with all our strength. Nigeria does not begin in Southwest. Nigeria does not begin in Southwest, and no form of EndSARS anti-Southwest will ever happen again in our land and region. Whatever you decide, start it from your home, start it from your region. You say you want to protest for a better Nigeria. You were applauded and advised to start from your village. Yes. And you are triggered and crying. Don't you want a better Nigeria to reach your village? Abi, why are you crying? No, seriously, Lagos is not responsible for your state poverties. Yes. Do your Nepali protest in your state. They say charity begin at home. At least, never again in our own Lagos and the whole Yoruba land. Never. Lagos, Yoruba land is never your state's downfall. Do your Nepal protest in your individual state. Start your Nepal protest in your region, not Lagos, not any of Yoruba states.
If we decide to go revolution for this country, it will benefit a lot of people. We say that they use resources from this country till they help themselves. And not just that, it will make life difficult for the average person where just get business. Because through Nigeria revolution and protests, you find out a lot of nonsense they go on. These people can be cooperative with what that they do. They can be well organized with what they do because of their system. And when they do all these things, where they destroy things where they don't build already, from people where they say they get the experience to build all those things, how many of them go fit build all those things again? If you decide, say, okay, you won't go in this manner, you want to go in revolution, you can't end up the destroy things, because this thing when she dey encourage, so she not get the liver to fit take control, and if the thing goes sideways, so this na person will be say right attack for comment section, which day she come online, the chat, the verse online, they attack them back. If this particular thing goes sideways, say maybe some people now can't involve themselves from inside, these things can't go sideways, because in scenarios like this, a lot of people will get different agenda. Why you feel say you protest for something right, you can't fight for your country? Most people go end up saying a bank, they won't go loot. Most people go end up saying a people shop, they won't go scatter. These are things where you need to consider in things like this. Their system and our system not be the same thing. They feel not they prioritize all those things. But in Nigeria, we know say a lot of greedy people in this country where we say they go make things go sideways for people where we say that they plan now. Now this country, they see say some people they protest. Why some people they protest to stop protests? Only Nigeria now you take the CM. So if you use your videos to the want to encourage things like this, you have to be more logical with what you are explaining, which she is not. She dey sound with a lot of emotions, and she not be person where be say if this thing goes sideways, you feel count on her, say you feel make things go in the way be say everybody wants. She is not that strong mentally to fit take control this kind of scenario if the things they go sideways. There are a lot of infrastructures, things where we say they don't distress for this country now, where most of them not get the experience to fit a build. Who won't build all those things again? You not going to reduce the society to with this thing when they do. They reduce their society, they reduce their economy. Why they fight? Say they fight for corruption, this and that. Corruption dey a lot of countries. You not get country where corruption not dey. But if you want to control corruptions, you know if you control and they fight, they go in the level of revolution or protest. Because you go they destroy things where you don't use your own hand to build. Things where we say your country don't carry their own hand build. Where we say people supposed to benefit from, supposed to help with the average person lives and the average citizen life. All these transportation infrastructures and the rest, they don't destroy most of them for the country like this now. So. And how you can they do? Now yourself you still they do as a citizen. The same thing when you destroy today, tomorrow you want to take transport. Now you know if you do one, you know if you transport with that particular thing. You can't still want to rely on the same government because now they get the connection to fit a package that particular thing when you don't destroy out of your emotions now. So how many of them go fit think logically like this? Say if this thing goes sideways for this country, how many of them go fit think like this? Say if this thing goes sideways, we feel get the mindset to feel make sure say this thing not affect the whole country and not affect everybody. You know, feel as a carry revolution for head because of what you see for another people country. Like this people's system and our system are not the same. Banks where they scatter for the last big protest. Where we say going for this country, a lot of banks they where they scatter for that particular thing. How many of those banks they don't repair like this? How many of those banks where they scatter that time? How many of those banks they don't repair like this? Now, so you still need the government to repair those banks. Those banks and those houses where you scatter, those businesses, you still need the government to repair those businesses. So if you encourage all these kind of things to people, every say you talk, say they not feel the think for themselves. If they engage for these things and you know say they not feel the think for themselves, wait till be the plan B if this thing not go well. If this thing not go the way it's supposed to go. These people will they talk about, so when they go on, when they finish this protest, so they are knowledgeable enough to fit clean their streets, clean places, try build the things that say they don't scatter, they build some back now, so but not be everything they go fit build. A lot of hotels, the infrastructures, they will be say they scatter. And those things, most of them don't get the experience to fit build them. Who you can't they do? Who you can't they do? Not be yourself, you still they do. You as the average person, when you need all these things. Not be yourself, you still they do. You don't have the experience for these things the way you destroy.
If we are being honest, Nigerians, it's not like they don't know how to protest, they know how to protest. We all saw how the EndSARS protest went, and this was one of the most peaceful protests ever in this country. There was no gun, no fighting, just young people coming together for one voice. People even brought food, water, music, even medics. And it felt like hope for a better Nigeria. But what later happened? Talks were hired, police attacked, and soldiers came out. The Lekki Tollgate shooting still hurts many hearts. A lot of people died. And after all the bloodshed, the government didn't really change anything. SARS is still operating in disguise. There's still police brutality, and life has gotten even harder. Now compare this to what we just saw in Nepal. The youths there protested against their leaders and they succeeded. They pushed for change and their voices were heard. The government did not send soldiers to shoot them. Nobody was paid to hijack the protests, and their country did not turn into chaos. But Nigerians know our reality. If a protest starts in Nigeria today, some politicians they'll quickly gather boys, give them 5,000 naira, even 200 naira, and some drugs, and before you see, everywhere will scatter. They will burn properties, attack the same protesters. Then government will have an excuse to call it violence and send police and army there. And that is the fear of many people. But this is exactly why many people believe Nigeria is still in the same mess. Our politicians, they know how to play this game. They use division to win. When youths want to unite, they start bribing people, then bring in tribe and religion into the matter. They make Yoruba fight Igbo, Hausa fight Yoruba, Christians and Muslims look like enemies. That is how they stay in power, because a divided youth cannot chase them away. Nigerian politicians, they have failed the people over and over. They promise heaven and earth during campaigns but disappear after election. They spend billions on convoys, travel abroad for medical checkups, while ordinary Nigerians, they are dying in hospitals with no drugs. They increase fuel prices. Dollar is rising every day, food is expensive, electricity is still bad. People are hungry, graduates are still jobless, and those in power living like kings. And that is why people are angry. But anger alone is not enough. Many Nigerians are also scared. They know that if they go out to protest, it could turn bloody again. Parents, they fear losing their children. People fear being arrested or killed. And this fear is what keeps many at home, even when they want to change. And the government likes it that way. They know fear keeps people quiet. Still, you cannot keep quiet forever. That's the truth. Nigerian leaders, they keep failing. There will come a time when hunger and frustration will push people to the streets again, whether they like it or not. And when that time comes, it may not be peaceful anymore. The government should just wait. They should not wait until that breaking point. They should fix things now. They should try and create jobs, reduce poverty, or do whatever they want to do in order to reduce these whole issues. Because if they don't, that anger will explode one day and nobody will be able to control it. Our leaders must understand that Nigeria is not their private property. Power belongs to the people and not to politicians. And using talks and soldiers to silence protests will not stop the cry for change. If they can do this, the only thing this thing can do is just to postpone the protest. Nigerians are watching other countries like Nepal, Sudan, even Kenya, where people are standing up and forcing leaders to listen. One day Nigeria will get its own real movements or moments. And for now, we may be afraid to protest, but that does not mean we are blind. We see everything that is happening. We see corruption, we see bad policies, we see the looting. And Nigerian politicians, they should not relax thinking the fear will last forever. Fear can turn into anger overnight, and when the anger is too much, even talks to join the people because they are also suffering. And in the end, Nigeria does not need another war, bloodshed. What we need is a good government. We need leaders that care about the people and not their pockets. We need leaders that are ready to fix roads, great schools, hospitals, and electricity, not the ones that will fly abroad every month. We need leaders that can create jobs, that can make Nigeria safe, who will give hope to millions of young people that are looking for a future. Until then, Nigerians will keep talking, they'll keep hoping, and maybe one day, just like Nepal, we will stand up together again, and this time nothing will stop everyone. If today is your first time joining my channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe.